This is the Irontrader. Now, the pit just closed here at 2:30. That was about 20 minutes ago. So we are going to review crude oil here and natural gas. At the end of the video, the support and resistance levels are posted. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy, sell any stock market ETF. Please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, here we have crude, your daily chart. Now remember, today at 4:30, the API number will be out. And then tomorrow on Wednesday at 10:30, the EIA report will be out for crude. And then on Thursday, the EIA report will be out for natural gas. And then Friday, we have the usual rig count. All right, let's take a look here on a daily chart. All right, let me bigger up a little bit. Okay. Well, yesterday we had like a bottoming candle, but it was also like an indecision candle. Didn't really know what to do. But again, today we have a higher high and a higher low, which is always very good. And it held half of yesterday's candle, which is always good. Now, here's the thing we have to look at is 73.40. Right now, real-time price is sitting at 73.56. So when the futures open here at 6 o'clock, you want to keep your eye on that. Okay, so that 50-day is going to be crucial. Now, again, we'll take the upside first. If you can get above that, then we have resistance here at 74.06. That's going to be very, very crucial. And then right above it here, we have your 8 SMA here. We're sitting at 75.19. So basically is we need to hold this 73.40. You need to climb above that 74.06. And then your big target here is going to be 75.19. Now, again, if you can get above that 75.19, well, then we come down here. You're looking at 76.41. We have 76.95, and then you have 77.45. That is your 200 SMA. Very, very key resistant level. Above that, we have this candle, which you're looking at 78.14. We have 78.26. Then we have your old Hondo here at 78.88. And then your retest is the top of that candle at 79.29. So right now you have a trading channel here, 70.13 on the bottom and 79.29 there on the old top. Now, again, let's say it sells off. So again, watch that 50 SMA, 73.40. Then we want to do is we want to watch today's low at 72.38. And then we'll come to this candle. You're looking at 71.79. And then yesterday's low at 71.41. Okay, so again, if that is lost, then we just follow the candles all the way on down. Okay, so basically what you do is just look to the left of your chart, all right? So what are we looking at then? If this 71.41 is lost, we're going to come right to this double bottom area at 70.50. There was your double bottom, 70.47. There was your nice double bottom, and then we had a nice rally on up. And again, if that's lost, then we'll come over to the bottom of this candle, 70.13, 70.06, and then your big retest here is 69.28. So just take your price channels, come right across. Your first one will be 70.13. Your next price channel is going to be 69.28. And then if that's lost, we just follow the candles, 69.11, 68.80, 68.22, and then your big retest here of 67.71 here. Okay, so bottom line, Goldman came out there today, and they said that they're going to get everything all straightened out there in the Red Sea, but there's a lot of bullish instruments out there, things that are looking very, very bullish for the old crude oil. Plus, remember, you have seasonality. So last weekend, I posted on the weekend edition about seasonality charts. So if you want to take a relook at that for crude and natural gas, it's all right there, and actually gasoline. So now you're starting to come into the season here once we start hitting the old February timeline. So again, always remember on the upside and on the downside, watch this 50-day. That's going to be very, very crucial. If that's lost, we just look to today's low, that 72.38. We'll look here at 71.79 and then 71.49. If that's lost, then we come right over here to this candle, which is basically your 70.50, and then we have 70.13, which is your retest. Upside, watch that 21-day if you can get over that 50-day, and then this 8 SMA, very, very crucial. Above that, your big target, 77.45, and then your retest at 79.29. Now, your RSI here is looking very, very good. There's no divergences or anything on that order here right yet, but this is still looking very, very good. Your MACD here, well, you're still bearish, okay? So your momentum still isn't isn't really a whole lot because you got a lot of resistance here to get through. But we got to see how it all shakes out here. Today is only the old Tuesday. Okay, let's take a look here on a weekly, annual, monthly. Okay, monthly chart. Price sitting at 73.57. Let's see what the old 200 is. You're sitting at 73.36. So you're just above it, which is always very good. Okay, so always keep that in mind. And then again, if you go below, we have a nice target there at 69.76. You can see exactly how many times that it has held. Now on the upside, we have this 8 SMA here, 79.23, and then right above it is your 21 at 80.96. But you can see how it rolls over. But again, this is a monthly chart. You're only 6 days into it, so you got plenty of time to see how that all going to roll. Your RSI, well, it's not telling you really a whole lot of things. Your MACD here basically is still bearish. Your green below your red, heading on the way down here. Doesn't really tell you nothing here like on a monthly basis, but your momentum is just not with you as of right today. All right, let's see what we got here on the weekly. Well, we can see on the weekly here, I'm always pointing out this wedge. See? Wedge. Very, very nice. Broke out, right? And then we put a big red engulfing candle in. Couldn't get through that 21-day, but you notice that it did hold the 200-day, which is good. Now, so far this week here, again, there's only 2 days into it. You have a low of 71.41, and then we have a high of 73.82. The key is going to be right here, this 8 SMA, 73.65. Okay, you got to get above this. Okay, you can see where this is. This wreaks all kinds of havoc. But what I do like about the 8 SMA, you can see how it came down, and now you're flattened out and you have a nice curve up. You're following the 200-day. You can see how the 200-day here is rising. See, 200-day is rising. Your 8-day now is rising, looking very, very bullish here. Okay, so just be patient with it. Now again, if that is lost, we come down here to your 72.06. If that's lost, we follow the candles. There's your 70.50. There's your 70.13. There's your 69.28, and then we come here. You have 68.80, and your big retest 67.71 here down here. Now again, if that's lost, well then we just follow these candles here. What you're looking at is 65.38. You have 64.36, and then your big retest here 63.64. But again, I like to show you, exactly where it's going to go if this is lost. But right now, you can see how this 200-day is just working just beautiful. See, this is why you trade the charts, but you want to look on all time frames, the daily, the weekly, and also your monthly chart, okay? So on the upside here, what do we have? We have this key 8 SMA, 73.65. You get above, we follow the candles, 74.63, 75.25. Right here, you have a 76.18, and then this is the big boy right here, 77.29. That's your 50 SMA here, and then right above it you got 78.17. That is very, very crucial, but you can see how the 21-day is coming out. So this is going to be really strong resistance here if that gets up to that level. Now your RSI here, you're looking good. This is still in the bearish mode here. Your green is below your red, but again, if you can curl above like we have here, that shows you have that positive momentum. So right now it's still just a scalper's market. All right, let's take a look here on another set of charts for crude. Okay, so if you're scalping crude, like I did today with the UCO, which is actually a very good trade here now because I feel a little bit more confident here now. You can you had a good price range here. The UCO here, the low so far was 26.64 for the day and 27.33. So you had a pretty good spread on the trade. Now, a UCO here is I'm doing anywhere from 3,000 to 5,000 shares a day, just scalping it. The SEO, I didn't scalp it all today. I didn't really see anything. Everything looked like it was positive bound. But anyway, if you're scalping it here, you want to use this tick chart. This really works very, very well. Same way with a 1-minute chart. Now, you can see here where you had a low, and then we had a higher low here, and then we have a higher low. So you really here, if you even take those two, you have a really nice double bottom, and then she ripped up. Now we're looking at that retest there of that 73.82. Okay, so here on the 5-minute chart, pretty clear. Okay, when it comes on down, you always never want to buy it right there. You always want to buy it on the retest, and now we got to see if she can move on out. Now, 15-minute chart is also very good because it kind of spreads everything right on out. Okay, it doesn't just you know, if you want to take, say, I want to slow this trade down, this is too damn fast, then you can use either 1, a 5, or a 15-minute chart. Okay, let's look at a side-by-side chart here. All right, here we have a side-by-side chart of the UCO and then of the, we bigger up a little bit, and basically of your daily chart of your crude. So you always want to chart this, your actual commodity, and then basically this follows it. So wherever this lands, okay, is where you want to buy it over here on this left-hand side. So you always want to keep them parallel to see where it's going. But both of these ran up a resistance here. So when you have this level here, you're basically looking at that 72.39. If you can get above all that here, then we can go to that next level at 28.14, and then you have 29.54. Your big retest is up here at 30.21. But then again, this has got a rally up here higher too here. Okay, so this is not going to rally without this. So again, you want to look at both charts if you're scalping this. Now, UCO is one of my favorite scalps. The reason being is it's very easy to get in, very easy to get out of the UCO. Okay, they do big volume, and basically what I do is a lot of trading in the pre-market and aftermarket. Okay, because if you're waiting till 9:30, a lot of times the trade is already all done. And if you're going to close out at 4 o'clock, sometimes the trade is always done there too. So I try to hit it right at 7 o'clock and get as much as I can almost right away here, and then see how that shakes out there for the day. Okay, let's take a look here at the old natty gas. Okay, we have natural gas. You have an hourly and a 4-hour chart. Now today, you know, made it actually a lower low here today. But actually what I did is I was looking for maybe if it was going to hold, but it didn't hold. But I scalped KOLD here, and I got 4 points out of KOLD here. So that was actually a really good trade. I had 1,000 shares. So I just traded there on the old short side because I just don't see anything that's going to happen. So ever since what they did is they put a hold on that LNG and on those pipelines, there's 13 different pipelines. You know, that's really taking the air right out of old natty gas here. So now what I'm doing is I'm looking for a scalp long like with UNG, but I just didn't see anything today that was worth the time. But the KOLD, this thing just kept getting lower and lower and lower. And I says, well, I'm going to jump in and at least get something out of there. Now, you got to figure KOLD, the low, not counting pre-market, was 114.54, and the high was 119.20. So you had a lot of area there to trade, but I'm happy with the 4 points that I got out of there today. But anyway, when you look at the chart here, you got a 2.0 here. You can see here now where your price channels, see your price channel was 2.01. Now you just falling off the map here. Now you're at 2.0, which is going to go lower. So let's take a look here on a daily and a weekly. Okay, here we have natural gas. So we have your daily, weekly, and what the hell, we'll throw a monthly in there too. Now you can see this. This is just absolutely just, you know, all the way on down slide. And look at your 8 SMA. So even when the futures open here at 6 p.m., this 8 day is going to be even lower. You can see how it pushes the price right on down. You really have to get back above not only the 2.15, but you really need to get above this 2.16. If you can, we'll go to the left. You follow these candles, okay, 2.23, 2.27, 2.29. And then we can come up here, 2.31, 2.32, and then you have your gap fill there at 2.42. But ever since that contract roll, and when really, let's say when they came out with that decision to really hold up that LNG here, this is just a disaster like for natural gas. You add that with the shoulder season, and this is basically what you got. So you don't really want to be holding anything long here. So again, when you look at the chart, your next level here is going to be basically you got 2.0. So you're sitting at that 1.99, and realistically 1.94, that is your retest. Now again, if that's lost, that's why we put it up the old monthly chart. If that's lost here, okay, say that price channel's lost right there at that 1.946, then here is going to be your big target at 1.44. Now there is support, and I have that all posted for you right at the end of this video on all your support levels here. But realistically, if that 1.94 is lost, 1.44 is your target. Now you look at this RSI, that's nothing. Look at this MACD. That's right in the can. Look at this on here. That green is going down, and then look at here. That shows you that there is just no momentum at all in the old natty gas. So realistically, any kind of a bounce up would probably be a good selling point, or just like what I do, would just buy on that KOLD and just basically just short it take your short. And remember, for natural gas, I don't really like to hold that anything overnight. So even if this goes lower, I just don't care. I got my 4 points. There's other stuff out there that, to trade. Natural gas, they don't call it the widowmaker for nothing. So this could come off and come off even harder. And if that is lost, here's your target right here at 1.44. So that could easily come down the way they have this whole thing going on here with the LNG. All right, that's what I got for you on the crude ski and natty gas. I'll be back tomorrow morning before 8 o'clock, and we will review both of those again. And remember, the API report is today at 4:30. Thanks for watching.